I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it came back. The X-ray came back that things are no worse, but things haven't really improved a lot. So they've allowed him to step up his activity level, but they don't want him to push it really hard until they look at it again on Monday. If it's still pretty stable on Monday, then they'll allow him to move forward again. So.
And that's just one of those injuries you just have to wait and see on. It doesn't sound like
Yeah,
you
you
can
just have
do
to
much.
wait. I mean, you definitely have a cracked rib. I mean, that's definitely there. That's not going to change. But what you want to make sure is that there's no complications or problems with the lung, and so that's where it is right now. So there was some air that got released out of his lung. It's outside, and so they want to see that pocket basically get smaller. So it's not getting bigger. But it didn't get appreciably smaller. So, but sometimes it said takes a week or so for that to happen.
You mentioned yesterday some possibilities of you guys kind of using more of a hybrid formation. Is playing against a team like Chivas someone that you would play, that you would experiment with stuff, or is that less
No,
likely?
no. I mean, Chivas is just a harder team to prepare for because they've played so many different combinations up front. So you're not quite sure what combination they're going to play up front. Are they going to play with Agudelo at center forward? Are they going to come back with Angel? Are they going to play Moreno? Are they going to bring Correa back into the team? Are they going to play two guys up there? Who are they going to play on the flanks? Szymanski's been playing the flanks. Kota's been there. Is Smith back from injury yet? We don't think so, but he's played in the flanks. Labraka's played in the flanks. He's played underneath. So they've played so many different combinations. A little bit harder to prepare for them. So, but in terms of our formation, we're gonna, play what we think works for us as a group. The guys that seem to fit together, and see how they work out of that, because it's going to be our first opportunity to put Montero, Johnson, Rosales, and Tifford on the field at the same time.
Do you think you guys are hard to prepare for sort of the same reason you've rolled out a billion lineups this season?
Hopefully that makes us hard to prepare for. I mean, even if you know what a team's doing, at the end of the day, it comes down to execution. Can you execute? So a team can be prepared. Team, individually, they sort of know what this player likes to do or not, doesn't like to do. But it's all about execution. If the player can execute, if the team executes well, then you're going to be successful, even if the opponent knows what's coming.
Is it fun having this kind of tactical flexibility that you seem to have right now? We have a lot of toys to play with.
It's fun both ways. What's fun is winning. So if it means tactical flexibility to win, great. If it means rolling out the same lineup day one, day two, day three, day four, that's great too. What you want to do is win, and sometimes you have to look at the right things. With the amount of competitions that we're in, a lot of times, we have to roll out different people, because it just makes no sense. We're going to run people into the ground. But when we go into this week, Thursday we got to see, but Thursday, Sunday comes pretty close together in the travel on there. So now you got to see, does it, are you not going to play this guy, or if I don't start this guy, does it make more sense not even to put those 14 hours of travel on him, and hours back? Maybe this is a good chance to give this guy a little bit of a break and a breather, and then bring him into Dallas later. So those are things that are in the back of your mind that you're thinking about.
Talk about Teta's loan to.
Yeah, I think it's good for Michael. I think he needs to play games, and Fort Lauderdale needed a player to play on the left-hand side. They got 3 games to go for the playoffs, and I think if he appears in all 3 of those games, then he's eligible for the playoffs for them. And I think he'll be good. As a player, he's trained a lot, had a lot of injuries at the beginning of this year with his hamstring. He's healthy now, and so this is an opportunity for him to get on the field and get some confidence and play.
Is he running out of time to show you something?
I mean, you never know. I mean, David Estrada took 2 years, and then in preseason of his 3rd year, hit his stride. So you can never say never in that regard. But certainly, he's had some opportunities, hasn't made optimum use of those yet, and now he's just gotta use the next opportunities when they come along.
Speaking of David, he was running around seemingly on his own power, I guess, yesterday. Is he getting closer?
He's getting closer. We don't worry about David's fitness. His fitness is always good enough. So he'd really pushed, like any time coming off an injury like that, like we've always talked about, you push and then you plateau a little bit and then you push again. So he's at a plateau stage right now. His next X-ray is on Monday as well, so we figured it was a good time to plateau him now on this weekend. Then we'll look at the X-ray on Monday, and if everything's positive, then he'll get pushed again, and he'll start working with the ball and start doing things, warm-ups with the team, things like that.
What did you make of the Caledonia Marathon result and game a couple days ago?
I mean, 0-0 is okay for us. Obviously, if we can come down there, for us, the big thing is if we can win our next 2 games, then we can hopefully make the 3rd game meaningless, and that's where we're at right now. So like I said, so if we can win these next 2, then the most, there's no way Caledonia or Marathon can catch us. So that's our objective right now, to go down to Trinidad, get the points, and then hopefully go down to Honduras and get the points as well, and put ourselves in a situation where that last game in the last week of the season becomes a game that, doesn't matter for us to advance.
After that 9-game winless streak, you guys have bounced back, climbed up the table a little bit. Have you guys talked about what's still out there for you? Maybe a chance at a 1 seed home field advantage?
Yeah, we have our goals written up on the board. It's there for the guys to see every day, and they're, the goals they set for themselves after 20 games for the last 14 games of the season, they're pretty much on stride, to reach those. So we just look at them, update them, remind ourselves of what we're trying to achieve.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.